three different conversations, experiences and whatnot. But what I want to present to you is something from a more balanced perspective, more so outside of the lens of, being, a specific type of bachelor, but just more so something for the everyday guy to digest. Some things that could probably help you out along the way. It's just the brevity of my experiences and just my thoughts, right? Not saying I'm right or wrong, but what I do want to present is balance. And that's the balance of the good, bad, and in between. I'm not saying that all women are bad. I'm not saying that all women are good either. I've had my share of good, bad, in between, indifferent, and ugly. But with that being said, what you learn from it, not saying that other guys don't have experience or they lack experiences. But what I can say is they lack the comprehension or the full comprehension of those experiences. So they're, bound to repeat the same mistakes. They don't really stop to think. They kind of just do things, That's when the smaller head, prevails, over the bigger head. This is when you get, treated like, something out of the ordinary. Now, whereas though it all comes down to treatment, right? And, then it comes down to recognition of that treatment. Are you being treated as an individual or are you being treated as an object? Some of the things that I've, encountered is it's rather interesting to whereas though, a woman can actually have money and still be after yours. Make no mistake to that, and just because you finally arrive to a position, it doesn't promise you a better tomorrow. It promises you a more interesting tomorrow. The weight is actually on the different hand. It's not on the left hand anymore, it's on the right hand. And Big said it best, with more money comes more problems. Everybody's after something. Everybody has, a modem or agenda. My mother used to always say, well, she always used to say, she only said it a few times, that, it's imperative for you to know why someone is around you, know the reason, and that's why you got to shake the tree. So that's the prevailing thought of the good, bad, and in between. There are good women out there and there are some lousy women and there are some despicable women, but that's all really just, upon your choices, upon what's given to you, and the other thing which you have to realize is that, their agendas or their motives or whatever like that is not entirely bad. It's not entirely good. It's a mixture of things. People have, what's going on, Ace? It's the title, Fire. Respect, man. Something, it's that old that saying that the birds and the bees, man, because that's when you had that talk about sex for the first time. Actually, I didn't have that conversation, with I would say my parents, kind of just fell into that. And but I managed to do the right thing in the process and not get myself caught up out there, with various baby mothers and it's that song that goes, you got to keep, both heads where they're supposed to be. And just for me, just learning the dark side, of that, man, women aren't, I mean, just from my experience, what I've come across, they're not going to be entirely honest about their situations. You know, I wasn't the guy that was on the side that was getting, you know, cheated on per se, but I was more so the guy that they would cheat on their dude with, or cheat on their husband with, whoever. And, you know, I would say in most cases it was unbeknownst to me. You know, then you find out, and then, you know, you kind of feel like scum. You know, although you didn't really know, but you didn't necessarily ask the right questions or probe a little bit more. So, or do a little bit more CSI, you know, what is it called? CSI work, you know? Then in some aspects I was kind of guilty, because whereas though there were times I didn't want to probe too far, you know, kind of find out. So that's why I can weigh things out and say that I was just as guilty, you know, for not asking the right questions at times, and not asking questions, you know. You know, guys tell you shouldn't ask, you know, questions, all women are single or whatever the case may be, but, you know, you should ask questions for your own safety. You know, you put yourself in a very dangerous situation if you don't, you know, find out, you know, and more importantly, find out, you know, why they're coming your way, you know, what they're after. You know, that's important. And, you know, guys need to, you know, not only ask the right questions, but, you know, fully comprehend their experiences, so they don't have to repeat the same mistakes. You know, you can go through the same situation a bunch of times and not really question why you go into that. You know, a lot of guys just don't do that. That's something that I constantly do. You know, because, you know, that's something that, you know, that alarm goes off. You know, and you should really question yourself if that alarm doesn't go off. Like, you know, it's more than just having a good time. You know, it's really respecting your life. You know, you should respect your life more than you cherish a good time. Meaning that there's situations that I've turned down, and there's going to be situations that you're going to turn down, because, you know, it's just like that saying that all money is good money. You know, it's kind of like pussy. All pussy isn't good pussy, because it might be good, but it might not be good for you. You know, it's what's attached to it. You know, it's the spirits that's attached to it. So let that marinate, because you're not only sleeping with that woman, you're sleeping with every man that she's been with, their spirits. You know, like, say for example, the last guy she slept with was a raging alcoholic, and you've never taken even a sip of wine. You lay down with her, and all of a sudden you got, you know, anger issues, you know, and you're starting to buy pints. You know, these are the things that, you know, aren't really discussed in the Birds and the Bees, you know, discussion, the spirituality behind it. You know, not just the physicality, not just you getting the girl, is what comes with the girl. You know, is what you should basically be paying attention to, because you don't know what she might have. You know, it's not so much a disease, but it's more so, you know, she could be inhabiting, you know, spirits that can block your blessings and cripple you. There's guys that lay down with strange women and end up inhabiting their curses, and then blaming, you know, everything else but that. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, you know, that's enough for now, you know.